Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show. Let's get started. I think last night we've seen the Dow completely closes almost a new high, especially with the Nasdaq. But the Malaysian market, as I said before, those of you who've been following me for some time would probably know this is a tough market. But there are some silver lining among the Malaysian share, especially those of you who have gone earlier to those penny stocks using the intraday trade. I think you'll fare pretty well on that. So let's take a look at what we have for you this morning in our breakfast show, and let's get started, shall we? All right, and of course, as in our session, we always check out some of the stages where we are with regards to the VSA 360, which is the highlight of the software that we see in here. And of course, those of you who wanted to try it out, our 10-day free trial, you want to learn more, you can call us up 010-269761 and we will send you a link for that sign up. Now, like it or not, the KLSE did rebound yesterday and last week, and it did turn Green Pentagon. We were really talking about getting it rebound, and it's soon, but having said that, it is sideways right now at best. So let's take a look at where likely the market is going to be. Now, of course, from the VSA market stages, we are looking at stage 1 accumulation, and we want to use the Pentagon guider, especially in this, to capitalize on the market opportunity. The key success is actually follow the overall market success. Not all trade works out, and like it or not, the KLSE hasn't been that trending. But if you switch to a lower time frame using the VSA plugin, you may find some good shares in here using the screener. And of course, we will also talk about some of the case we were looking at on the insider buying and selling by director dealing last week in here. Especially those of you who are kind of inexperienced, VSA 360 does the hard work for you. Join our program in here, and right now with the intraday alert and insider buying, that will help you to push you to the next level in here. So let's take a look at the VSA 360 as of the 16th of June in here. Definitely one big disappointment is still the continuing outflow. Okay, the continuing outflow of I think you all know it, which is the foreign fund flows. All right, the foreign funds flow continue to be the so-called, just check this out, like it as much, as long as you have foreign funds, only that one trickle on the 12th of December. As long as you have this foreign fund flow every day, our market will probably be hampered by any upswing. The technology, again, was correct. I was correct on the technology side. Check out the live Facebook that I was talking about the last 3 weeks on Wednesday, including AI, and we did a pretty good coverage on the US shares, and you will definitely find lots of good shares using the screener. I'll just tend to stick into some of those blue chips technology stocks. You will do pretty well on that one. So technology continue to do well in here, followed by construction, logistics, but you can see here healthcare has turned weaker. So this is what we have seen in here. Let's bring out our sector here. So right now you could see the KLSE has turned Green Pentagon, but looking from it, you can see pretty much everything else. Technology has been turned Green Pentagon for the last 20 days, almost a month. Just keep in mind, industrial product, just 1 day only. So you might see plantation also turned Green Pentagon. So that will see plantation able to move up, right? So keep in mind so the reason why I want to show you this is that if you have this, then you're able to check out where likely this market is going to be, and that would put you in a better spot position, right? So this one in here, and you can see transportation been up 23. So that would be the kind of sector when you look, or when you want to trade any of those stocks, you want to be checking out the sector first. So whenever you have some of the stocks that is trending in here, so that's the one you want to be looking at. Use the VSA sector screener first. The sector screener in here will tell you the kind of stocks that you want to be targeting into. So here you can see the transport, the KLSE has turned Green Pentagon. Okay, now let's switch back to how much we've been almost 6 months in a row, and almost down 7.8% for the KLCI year to date. So just keep that in mind. At one point, again, as I said before, this market is going to turn in here, but meanwhile you have to be very, very patient and waiting for it to move from here onwards. Okay, move from here onwards. And okay, so this is, let's take a look at the alert center. All right, the alert center, we have PCAM, HRM, SCOMNet has turned, which is a RHB Jewel, right? And we got Press Metal, Dialog, SKA Press, right? Kenangan, and we have GCB, SIME, TextCam, Dufu, DNO. So all these are really, a lot of these technology stock has turned. Green Pentagon, and we have even JCY, RTG. So take a look at them. A lot of these stocks has turned. Green Pentagon. So you want to check them out every day on the alert center in here by just logging in. Some of these will give you the kind of good return. I think Penta has turned back to Red Pentagon. But let's take a look at Penta, which I do have. And there was a big bar sell back the other day here on the 6th of June. But then it clocked back up, and this morning opened up higher, but just pull back in here. Volumes remain to be low. We'll see at the end of the day what kind of volume is going to turn out be. So that'll be interesting to see how is this market. Okay, so let's go to our sector here. B Auto, right, continue to get good response, especially from the sales of car. I think many of you would have known in here. All right, if you don't have the the VSA 360, check out our 10-day free trial to get used to it. All right, so let's look at the KLCI on the stage 1 accumulation. All right, this is where we are in terms of the schematic. You can see the market has been down in here. We got the red Pentagon, and we just turned green Pentagon. So right, we need to know the backdrop. We've been in the stage 4 markdown in here, finally just turning stage 1 reaccumulation, but the question will be, will it rebound? So we really want to know it here. If there's some sort of trade, you want to enter the next day and then use the market stages to determine whether bullish or bearish in here. Now if you look at the market that we have right now, the market has this morning just stayed above 1380, turned green Pentagon just on I think on Friday, actually at the end of Friday in here, and but the resistance it's still at 1400 level in here, but it does find some support at 1380. So 1380 remain to be seen whether that level will be broken down or not. But we do see green Pentagon, which is something very positive so far right now here. So this is the only positive level that we see so far, right? Right now, if you have any question that you want me to ask, just pencil those in there and I'll be happy to check it out for you. All right, so that will be something that we can do on our site here. Okay. So on the VSA 360 market stages, okay, on the market stages, which is the using the TradingView plugin. All right, the TradingView plugin is more responsive because it can run on real time, and in here we use the future to sort of tell us where the market is. No doubt you can see the KLCI has turned green Pentagon, but the local KLCI futures has not. And one of the reasons why you can see this is a resistance at the top level here. So this resistance is blocking in here. So it doesn't look like the market is ready to turn upwards. So this morning is back down in here. And again, the reason behind it is that we see a lot of foreign funds in here. At the best, it will just move sideways because the overall US market has been doing pretty well. The outflow of the foreign fund is really turning it. But the positive side is the technology, which I'll also talk about it on the TikTok. So make sure you can check out the TikTok at trade_VSA in here. Market continue to make higher. Now, right now, it's going to be hitting this old resistance in here. So let's see whether it can sort of, remember in January, it was one of the best performer, just hitting in January before the market turned downwards. But the US already taken out the old high in January. So there is a nice catch up that we see here, what we call degree of freedom, that it can move up. And also the VSA 360 comes with our intraday selection. So if you go back to 9th of June, we are just, for the beginner in here, we're looking for the Green Pentagon, and let's check out some of these stocks that we are talking about here. Let's make it a bit smaller, switching to, so just want to show you what has transpired when it first turned Green Pentagon here. So you can, let me just move this to this side, then you can see better, okay? Right, first one is, no, maybe more over this side. SK Press turned Green Pentagon, so SK Press. So that was on the 9th of June, and the time is about just at 10 o'clock. So 9th of June, 10 o'clock, the price was 103. So which is here now is 109. So that's not bad. So yes, move up in here, pretty straightforward. Next one, just look at Pentagon under PGD, means it's a daily Pentagon. It will turn Pentagon daily. So next one we look is MFLA. MFLA, it didn't turn Green Pentagon. If you can see from here, it was it didn't close up higher. MFLA went up to 685, right, which is here, right, but it did close back lower in here, and subsequently the market come back down to 66 cents, not ready to move up. The volume in here wasn't substantial enough. Remember, it was still early in the 10 o'clock morning, so the intraday trade we tend to go in very early, very early for that one. And next one we have is Green Pentagon. Also, let's check out CIMB. Okay, CIMB on the 9th was okay. There was a follow through up here on the 12th of June, so that's very nice for the intraday. Next one we want to look at is B Plant. I think B Plant has a big move. We all know about that on the 9th of June. Okay, 9th of June, B Plant was about 10% up at 71 cents here. Okay, 71, but it did close about 24%, but subsequently you can see it went up 3%, it went up 8% in here. I think there was some news about taking it private. I'm not sure whether this will be affected in here or not, but that's really explain why we see such a big move for B Plant. That's on the 9th of June here. WCE HB, so this was also on the 9th. The market did float up, but the market did pull back down to 49 cents in here, and then subsequently go back up. So WCE, usually if there's no follow through in the morning, you need to exit those trade. You need to exit those trade in here because there's no momentum to push it up. But besides, the volume in here at that morning was about 106. Okay, 106 in here. Opcon, it's advanced strategy. Okay, it's advanced strategy. You can check out Opcon on the 9th of June. You can see in here went up. It took out the upthrust, but eventually in the next day the market fell, and then there's no follow through in here, and you can see this is again breaking back to the low, down 3% in here. So we were looking for the Green Pentagon, which did happen on the 9th of June here, but unfortunately the market with the big slam down that we see here, which do often, so we need to exit those kind of trades here. All right. So those are the intraday alert happening on the 9th of June. Let's take a look at what we have this morning in here. Now, we don't have the VSA 360. Just use our 10-day free trial to check out what will you be missing out from in here. I think that's, so let's go to the premium screener and go to the intraday. All right, we got Supermax, UT, Unitrade in here. There's only one, Care Plus, okay? We got Comfort, that's not too bad. So this will be good in here. Let me just open it up a bit. So let me just put this in. Later on, I just need to screenshot this. So we got Top Glove turning Green Pentagon, and there's going to be an announcement. So Top Glove, all right, this is a daily chart of Top Glove. Will Top Glove turn back Green Pentagon? All right, so definitely this morning we got that first alert here. Nice one, right? So this is the one. Keep in mind, this is the Top Glove. You hear it first through our intraday this morning in here. Then if that's the case, you will see a lot of the rubber gloves. Supermax is also turning, MSC is also turning, so check it out in here. And this is actually a good alert in the morning here. And we have the top 30 Care Plus. This is again another healthcare product. I can see healthcare in here, loss making ROE, and okay, that's not too bad. Something good to talk about in here, so make sure you check this out. If you do see run, this is the early steps of getting in here, and if the 9 follow through, you'll probably be in the earnings, right? So you can see Supermax was OT early on, but now has turned Green Pentagon. This was the earlier one in here. Alright, let's take a look at one of the newer feature for 2023 for Trade VSA, and it is done by academic study that if insider tend to make abnormal return by profiting some of the director dealing following them in here. So we have all the call to buy, call to sell, call to hold, insider buying, insider selling in here, and this is what we have. So you can see lots of accumulation on the right bottom in here before the market moves up. Okay, so let's look who is buying right now. Now remember last week, right? And we have, if you have any question, right, let me know. We have Cheetah Global. We're talking about Cheetah Global, and we have the Argon was buying, but since then Cheetah Global has drifted back to a red pentagon in here. Volume remained to be low, so this morning I think it's pretty much still the same, I believe so. Let me just bring it up, make it a bit smaller here. Right, switch to Cheetah Global. So you can see Cheetah Global still holding up above the 200-day moving average. All right, next we were talking about last week, 9th of June, was NGGB at 84 cents. Lo and behold, it did support. You can see from here, this was where we were last week. So a lot, I would say a high percentages of those who have insider buying, the market will also, no doubt they have some selling in here. The market did push up in here too. Right. And previously we also have this chart Yongtai at 36 cents, and since then has pushed up to 49 cents. I just want to show you another chart which we were talking previously is APB. Okay, so on the let me go to APB. Okay, now early on I talked about a lot of selling happening, and finally the selling did come. All right, you can see here right at this point here, there were a lot of selling at 190, but they did push it up. Okay, they did push it up by one buying, Dr. Kun Potat. I think that's the director, right, of Press Metal. He was a late comer in here. So you can see a lot of smart money were already selling here. All right, so there were a lot of cross selling in here, then bought 6.4 million, and everybody sort of knew about this, and then the market propelled up in here. So we're yet to be seen whether this big insider Dr. Kun Potat from Press Metal buying 6.4 million, but early on you can see there is a lot of distribution already from Yap Sui Yang. Okay, Yap Sui Yang is executive director in here, APB, and maybe this could be a merger. Okay, it could be a merger, but right now the market is very climatic, so keep an eye. And usually I do believe Dr. Ko buying at 640 will be compensated. They will not buy at that high. So this kind of shares you have to be very careful. Shorter terms, I think you can switch to an intraday chart to trade this kind of share. Just keep in mind for this kind of this kind. All right, we have we want to look at the Hectare. Definitely Hectare is again one of the smart money share. This Dato Eddie Ong. But let's check out the insider buying. There's no insider buying in here, but we do see Hectare is rubber. I think it's a rubber one, right? It's a chemical company in here. Chemical herbicide. Oh, it's a chemical Hectare. Got nothing to do with rubber glove, agriculture. So this one definitely a nice gain here. Right, this morning, of course, after the game, the market pulled back in here. Yeah, you can see Dr. Eddie Ong Chu Ming. Okay, Ong Chu Ming is Dato Eddie. This is definitely one of the big smart money guys in here, right? The person behind it in here. So that's the deal maker, right? Known as the deal maker. Find out more about this gentleman in here. Be interesting person to watch for. All right. And let's take a look this week, insider buying. First one we have is Tenko. Now what caught me Tenko interest is, let's take a look at Tenko. Okay, Tenko interest was pretty interesting. So you can see from here, there were 3.2 million Dato Sri. He was buying like at the support. A lot of the smart money actually buy here at the support here, this level in here. And I do think next week when you come back, it's going to bounce back up a bit here. So this is be interesting to see this chart here that you can hold back up. So hasn't done Green Pentagon yet. You could wait for the Green Pentagon, or you could buy at the support level. Right now at the visual here, entry level, okay, visual, it's right now the entry price. The support is to here, and if you were to go in at the ideal level, okay, they're probably entering at 50 cents will be just nice here, right? There are some other shares. I think Inari may allow you another entry too. Right, you can see ideal approach is actually at 270. Right now the risk to reward is not good if you want to trade this chart without regards to Pentagon guider. Right, so you want to see where there is a good ideal approach into the market in here, taking profit probably at R2. You can see from R2 here is at $3. Okay, target price is at $3 in here, stop loss at 250. All right, so we have all those calculated for you in here, make it easier for you to do the trading. All right, I hope I answered your question, Limoy. All right, Tenko. Next one we have is Mr. DIY. All right, if you look at Mr. DIY, we have a good support here. So you see from here, it's been hovering sideways. If you switch to 6-month chart, you can see this is hovering in here. It could be some sort of internal issues. All right, DIY still pretty pricey, ROE at 33 times, but we have seen some of the news being shared earlier on that they are showing weakening market that we've seen. The news hasn't come yet, right? So that yet to be seen how this thing is going to pan out. Okay, so come on and try it out, the VSA 360, and so next week let's take a look at Mr. DIY next week, how it will be. So you can check out, if you are our existing member, thank you for your support, we really appreciate it in here. If not, check out our VSA 360 10-day free trial in here and fill up the Google form and schedule for coaching session, and we will activate the 360 in here. All right, or you can just subscribe to our 360 in here. Lots of people doing good review, and also love your feedback. And we like to take some stocks if you have it. If not, we thank you for your time spent well with us. And again, don't forget, tonight we will have a special session with Chef Saam. Chef Saam in here, and he will be we'll be talking about more on the intraday alert, something that I've shared with you today, but I'll be doing in Bursa version in here. All right. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube and also to our TikTok. Follow me on TikTok and our best Telegram channel for the best stock educational material in here. Thank you for coming, and see you later. Bye bye.